How should I start it? I'm Denny from Drivee, host of Off the Trailer. Let me get on the truck. Get down. Ow. I hit my head. All right, guys, how's it going? Denny from Off the Trailer, aka Denny from Drivee, host of Off the Trailer. So we're gonna make a YouTube video for you guys to kind of see what we're doing on the truck. So I want to do like a quick breakdown because I know we haven't been filming like absolutely everything that we're doing on the truck. So this is going to be kind of our chance to walk you guys through and explain how we got it to this stage. So a lot of people have been wondering like, why the hell are we using rattle can? Why are we doing that? And like saying like, oh, just go and buy a paint gun and all that stuff. And I just want to make myself clear. I do have a paint gun. I have a compressor. I have all of that stuff. But the reason why we're doing it this way is because most of you guys at home don't have those things. So we figured, why the hell not? I don't really care if it's overly perfect. I just wanted to see how good can we make it. And then when the Integra comes back from Auto Body, we can compare this to an actual professional job and you can see the difference, but also show you guys that it can be done. It's just not going to be done, obviously, to the same standards and quality of a legitimate professional shop. So without further ado, this is the current stage of the truck. What we did when we started was obviously we peeled the wrap and then we used an adhesive remover to get rid of all the glue. We did a scuff up on some of the residue that was left over with 120 grit. And then I went through where all the rock chips are and all the nicks and dings and scratches and all that stuff. And I used my orbitable. What the fuck is it? Orbitable. Help me out here.
Orbitable?
Orbitable. Is it an orbitable?
Round palm sander.
I used my round palm sander and I went through and I kind of grooved those down a little bit deeper and I feathered them out. So like, you know, if it's a little dime size and I brought it out to like, I don't know, that big so that it was gone, but it was smooth, right? There were some areas where it ended up going right down to bare metal, and then obviously, you know, if there's dents or nicks or dings, it's better just to get it with the Bondo when you're right there. So that's what we did. We Bondoed it, and then with the Bondo, we sanded that using a 120 grit, moving up to a 180 grit, and then that smoothed it out pretty good. And then from there, we used Scotch-Brite scuff pads. So, I mean, that's what we call them. I don't know if they're a different name where you are, but they're just a little, you would use them to clean dishes. She knows more about that than I do. But basically, yeah, they're scruffy, right? And they're really good for kind of giving it a light scratch between coats. And then from there, what we did, I got this stuff from my actual auto body guy. It's a Pro Ultra Build, I think it's a number 5 primer. So this is what we used, about 2 cans on it between the multiple coats that we've done. And then last but not least, for spraying the actual black or the top coat, we've been using the Tremclad turbo cans. And the only reason why we're trying this is just because I was curious. I wanted to see. So it's not like I'm expecting absolute perfection. I just wanted to see what it's looking like. So when we get ready to spray now, because the truck has been prepped completely again, and we also used a final wipe, which is, where's my final wipe? I have that. The tin can? Okay, let me show you. So at least where we are, we're based in Calgary, so we went to our local auto body store and we picked up this stuff. It's called Final Wash, and it's a really good like degreaser cleaner that you would want to use prior to putting on your primer or your top coat. So that's what we've done. That's where we're at right now, and we're going to get ready to actually spray another layer of black. So check that out. Now what? A lot of people on Instagram there were saying that because we're doing this in our garage, one really good method for keeping dust down is to wet your floor prior to. Now, I'm going to do that, but in case I fall on my ass, I want you guys to know that when this floor gets even fucking remotely wet, it turns into an ice rink. So we're going to do that just to please you guys and see if it makes a difference. My feet are getting really wet. Oh, I dropped my cloth. Okay, I don't know if I got to do the whole floor or just around the truck. But we'll find out. It's getting very slippery already. And then I guess if we just take our broom and kind of swish it around, be careful where you're stepping. So we'll do that. I don't know if this is gonna, I mean, I understand the logic of it. You get the logic of it? This becomes a place for the dust to go, which makes sense, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, floor is wet and very fucking slippery. So, that one's empty. Now what we gotta do, shake the can. All right, my arms are tired. It's getting warm in here. On Instagram, alvarez.mickle. Alvarez.mickle was the one who said to spray it a bit slower and it would work a bit better. Now, admittedly, from our first round, we know that the turbo cans, as far as an automotive paint go, they are kind of shit. There's gonna be a lot of wet sanding afterwards. But it's still a pretty cool idea. It's a very large fan. You can see there on the window where we put the cardboard. I don't know if you can see that. That's how large the fan is, so. Well, that's fucking blotchy, ain't it? Oh, hold on. That'll be all right. Okay, and do that as a like a light first coat. Those dents that were there are a lot better now than they were, but they're still there. So, to the front now. Okay, complaint number 2 about turbo cans. They fucking leak. On the plus side, there's water down there, so, but that's annoying. My toes are really wet because I'm fucking wearing flip-flops. But yeah, that's not bad. We'll let that dry for a half hour or a day, then we'll try it again. All right, well, we started doing the wire wheeling portion of the bed. She broke 2 bolts on the engine cover or the rear cover, so we've got to tap into it now. We found a hole that we've got to now cut and weld, so we're going to do that. These 2 bolts back here are broken, so basically between Japan and Canada, a lot of fucking rust to be expected. Okay, that's fair. So while we gather some supplies to finish this up, because just straight up wire wheeling it is taking forever, so we obviously want to use some aircraft stripper. I want to show you guys the color that we're doing. So I'm going to leave the windows covered because I do got to do another coat, but this tape is starting to peel in certain places and just pushing it down isn't working, so I've now got to retape it. So I figure since I got to retape it, I can just go ahead and take these portions off. And then you guys can see what we've done. So obviously notice at the beginning we have black and then we have blue. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a big fan of Kanjo racing, Kanjo Ozoku. So this truck, just like the Integra, are inspired by Kanjo Ozoku. Let's see how well it turned out.
Oh,
That showed a bit better?
that looks very purple on camera. But...
Does it? It's blue, but yeah, it's dark in here. And we need to do some wet sanding, obviously, clean up these lines, right? But I think it looks pretty good.
Shabby.
I think it looks fucking, yeah. So basically, the concept is after we clear coat and wet sand, the back of the truck will be the same blue. The box obviously will do a rhino liner or a rocker guard. we'll do that. Back of the cab blue, and then the interior of the cab the same blue. So there you go. There's our secret. There's our paint style. So we'll let the auto body guys do the same thing to the Integra, and then when they're done, we can compare my garage work to their garage work.